Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Addie, and I welcome you all to another episode of my podcast Unspoken, where I speak to my heart's content. Hey guys, I hope you all are doing great. Well, the reason why I'm doing this episode is because I want to talk, okay? Like, I am unable to go outside because of the COVID situation. It got really bad recently and everybody's getting affected. So I'm unable to meet someone, like meet my friends and just talk, because at this moment what I really need is to talk and a lot of love and affection and hugs and cuddles, because I am grieving. Like, so basically what happened is, on the 20th of this month I lost my grandmother, and it wasn't really sudden, but it was a bit unexpected. I mean, my grandmother is chronically ill, and she has this disease called COPD. She also contacted COVID a year ago, so I guess because of that she recovered from it. She got better, but I guess that made her even weaker. I mean, she was already chronically ill, so this time she got I can never pronounce this word. Pneumonia and bronchitis, and she was admitted to the hospital. She stayed there for some 13 days, and then she passed away. I just don't know how I feel, and I know when you lose someone, it's really difficult to comprehend, and it takes a lot of time to understand. I mean, the first thing that happens to you is you are in denial. You think that how can a person with whom I have been living for so long, they can just disappear all of a sudden, and this is not only is it confusing, but it's very scary. In this entire, more than 20 years of my life, I have spent my time with my grandmother, and I have never really thought about it, never imagined that I would have to live without her. I mean, I always knew that she's growing old, she's sick, so one day I had to face that, I know, but I didn't think that it is going to be so soon. None of us expected it, actually, because the last time she was admitted for the same reason, for suffering with pneumonia, she actually recovered from it. She was in the hospital for a really long time, almost like half a month, but she recovered from it and she came back. So this time also we all thought that she was gonna be better, but I think that once she already had COVID, that what made her weak. When I first got the news, I couldn't even cry, and it was so scary because I wanted to cry, I wanted to grieve, but I was unable to do that. All that I felt was this sensation of my throat closing up, and I wanted to throw up. That's all I felt, and I felt so numb. Although I did force myself to cry a bit because on the very same day I had my exam, and I couldn't afford to miss my exam, so I had to give my exam. Thankfully it was online. If it was offline, I probably would have missed it. But still, I mean, even if it's online, how can you even give an exam with a straight head when you just lost someone? It was really difficult. I barely slept for 3 hours, and then I just could not. I mean, I don't even know how I gave my exam. I don't know what I wrote, but I tried my best. Well, that's not the point, The point is that since that day, I just don't know how I feel. I feel numb, and this is scary to me because I don't know if I'm grieving. And every single one of us, we have been through this in some way or the other, grieving, and we all know how important it is to grieve, to let all the emotions out, because bottling up our emotions is not healthy. It's not good for us. And at this point, I don't even know if I'm grieving or I'm just escaping my emotions. And this is what's scary, because last time when my dad passed away, I think I did make a video on that one, and I was 17 back then, and I didn't know what was happening, and I simply escaped my emotions. I didn't want to feel how I felt, and that affected me in ways that I cannot comprehend, like still today. Since this is really confusing for me, I have been watching a few YouTube videos and reading stuff about how you can grieve properly and why it is so important to grieve. And you know what I've learned? I have learned that you never stop grieving, like it's like an ongoing process. And I could literally feel it, like it hits me like waves, like sometimes I'm fine, I'm talking to my friends. My friends has been really supportive towards me. And I have realized these past few days how blessed I am. And the overwhelming number of beautiful messages that I received. I am really blessed, and I feel so grateful that I have some amazing people in my life that really care about me. And so at times I'm like, oh, I'm fine, and I have accepted that she is gone and I won't be able to see her again. And the thing that really helped me with this emotion, with this acceptance, is that she was in a lot of pain. She was in a lot of pain. Like I saw her, she had trouble breathing. She could barely speak or walk, her throat would dry up and she wouldn't be able to speak properly. So she was in a lot of pain. And even before she went to the hospital, this is what she was saying, that I don't want to suffer anymore. I don't want pain anymore. I just want God to take me. I've seen enough. I am old. I just don't want pain anymore. And this is what I have been thinking, like this is what she wanted, and maybe God granted her wish. And it's really painful, when you see your loved ones being in so much pain and there is nothing you can do about it. I mean, it's a disease. She has been with the disease forever. It seems like all the times that I've spent with her, like all the times I used to sleep with her, cuddle with her, and she would kiss my forehead or sit on her lap, and she would tie my hair and she would tell me stories. All those seem like such a distant memory to me. It feels like it's like all a dream. But one thing I would like to say, that I am really glad, and I am really grateful that I got to spend at least so much time with her, and she got to see me grow. And she has already told me numerous times how proud she is of me. And I hope that whatever I do in future, wherever I go, I hope she will be proud of me. So the reason I am doing this episode is because I know that all of you will be able to relate to this in some way or the other, because we have all grieved in some way or the other. I've learned that grieving does not necessarily always involve the death of someone. You can grieve of anything, like you can grieve because of a loss of any object, or you can grieve if you miss someone, like you had a connection with someone but then that person left for some reason. You can grieve for yourself, for the time that you have spent. I actually saw, I'm not going to take credit for this thought. I saw this in a video and it really helped me. to think about it, that I am not alone. There are every single one of us. We have grieved in some way or the other. Time never heals anything. I don't believe that time heals everything. We just get stronger. We just carry forward with that void, with that wound we have, and we just deal with it with all our strength. It will just come out of it stronger. It never heals anything. And just to let you all know that you are not alone, and all of us, we have experienced this in some way or the other. And if you ever need to talk to, seek help, you can always do that. It's bad to keep your emotions inside you. You should always let it out. And there is one thing that I wanted to particularly mention, that crying or grieving or letting out your emotion doesn't make you weak. Rather, it makes you strong. The more you let your emotions out, the stronger you become, and the more you can carry forward with that wound that you got, So you just have to realize that no matter what, life goes on. You have to carry on. So I want to end this episode with a beautiful saying by Vision. Vision said that to Wanda. If you have seen WandaVision, you would know. And I actually don't know the origin of this saying, but that's where I heard it first, and it hit me really. He said, "What is grief if not love persevering?" When you lose something or you lose someone, there is so much love in your heart for that person or that thing that you don't know where to put it because the person is gone. Like, you don't know what to do with all that love, and that's painful. And it's something that you have to stay with for the rest of your life, because, like I said, the process of grieving never ends. Till the day you die, till the day we die, we grieve. Thank you so much to every single one of you who has made this far. It means so, so much to me. Thank you for listening to me and being a friend, and for your constant support. I appreciate it so much, and I cannot express in words how blessed I feel. Thank you so much for everything. I love you guys so much.